And welcome back to another episode of Too Much Podtar. Today's August 20th, and we've got more DFS today. So I'm back on with Joey Ricotta for DFS, giving some picks for tonight's slate. It's big slate, 13 games, 7:05 the main slate. So a lot of good options as far as pitchers go. A lot of potential good stacks as well with some of the pitchers as you get looking farther into it, and there could be some pitchers duels as well depending on how that goes. But yeah, I'll just kind of recapping some stuff from yesterday. The Padres, four straight games they hit grand slams, which is made history. That's the first time that ever happened.
This is in the air to right field. Back it goes. Nando has done it again. Fernando Tatis Jr., a grand slam. And the Padres go on top 14-3. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs for Fernando Tatis Jr. Myers drives one out towards deep left center field. Back goes Heineman at the wall. It's gone! Another grand slam for the Padres. Tatis last night. Today it is Will Myers. And with one swing of the bat, the Padres take a 4-0 lead. Everything's big in Texas.
What a great at-bat by Will Myers. Getting extended on that one. Wow. He made Texas toast out of that pitch right there.
Machado to deep left field. It is high, deep, and it is a grand slam to walk it off. Manny Machado is tonight's Padres hero. How about 3 grand slams in 3 games against the Texas Rangers for the San Diego Padres? In the air to right field, towards the corner. It's back. It's gone. Welcome to Slam Diego. Grand slam for Eric Hauser. For the first time in Major League history, a team has hit a grand slam in 4 consecutive games, and that team is the San Diego Padres. Eric Hauser with a grand slam.
Slam Diego. Wow. History.
And me and Johnny both had hit them as stacks yesterday, so that was a good stack for us. And it's one of my guys I mentioned was Cronenworth, which is sad that he only got 1 hit, even though he hit the ball hard each at bat, and he had the hit in the 10th inning, and drove in the winning run, but he didn't get credited with an RBI because it was the runner at second to begin the inning, so it doesn't count.
That's bullshit.
I mean, it counts, but it doesn't count. So, I mean, they win the game on the run, but it's not actually a run. It's not a run scored for the guy at second or an RBI, which is that's not baseball. That's just weird, which is why I hate the runner on second rule to begin with. I don't know.
Yeah, they should at least give him the stats for it.
Yeah. I mean, I understand not giving the pitcher the earned run. That's
right.
Obviously, don't want that, but I mean, the hitters should get it. The hitters should definitely get the RBI. We still drove in a run. What? That doesn't make sense.
Right, I agree. The other side of the coin is in fantasy. You're gonna be. Would you value hitters more then if they're gonna get those extra inning stats? I mean, I feel like it doesn't happen enough for it to make that much of an impact, anyways.
Yeah.
Against, for you to value hitters way more than pitchers, Yeah,
I don't think it'd really change much. Just because, it's like a rare occurrence, anyway.
Right. Did you see the tweet from Danny Vietti?
Oh yeah, what was?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, just say it again. It's just for the listeners.
He tweeted out this is at 4:30, mind you, at least my time, Central Time, so 5:30 Eastern. If the Padres hit another grand slam tonight, I will run around the state capitol building in downtown Sacramento in a diaper while holding a Fernando Tatis Jr. sign.
Yeah.
If Tatis, Hosmer, or Machado does it, I will diaper up a happy man. But I swear, if somebody like Greg Garcia or Austin Hedges does it, and the Padres actually tweeted him 2 hours ago and said, "Oh no."
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yep. Sorry, Danny. And he said there was going to be live footage of it, or at least visual footage of it. So let's see. He changed his name on Twitter to Eric Hosmer made me wear a diaper. Oh, there is. Oh my God, there is.
There is.
A few minutes ago.
Oh my God.
Live Padres diaper run.
Oh my shit. Too bad we didn't. This is why we need to make this a video podcast.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's like 8 minutes long though, so we can't play the audio. Never stop swinging 3-0. I love Fernando Tatis Jr. as his sign. It's like a handwritten white paper with writing on it sign that he's holding.
That's insane.
In front of the state capitol building. This is awesome. At least he lived up to it. I mean, or at least he, stuck by what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
He's got some. This is hilarious. All the tweets, you just go down the line. It says, I am a man seeking adult diapers. Like it's got the boxes checked up. Man or woman. I am a man seeking. It says men, women, or diapers. Adult diapers checked off.
Oh my God.
And then he's got a picture of the Google page. Does Walmart make Fernando Tatis Jr. diapers? Oh my God.
Holy shit.
It's so awesome. This is hilarious.
Yeah. I'm sure Chris Woodward is not happy about those grand slams.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Excuse my language.
Yeah, seriously though. Like,
I mean, like, what, like, come on. I just don't understand. Why did people get so up in arms about these unwritten rules? Like, what are you protecting? What are you holding on to? What is so sacred about these unwritten rules compared to keeping baseball alive and what's keeping it well right now? Mm-hmm. What's getting people involved? What's holding the interest of these youngsters? It's entertainment.
Yeah.
The entertainment aspect of the game, which has been lacking for, I don't know. I mean, not to maybe you or me, because we still love it and we love the entertainment of every bit of baseball, every aspect of it. But that flair goes a long ways. And Tatis Jr. is one of the engines right now that's running the game as far as entertainment value goes. And what, you just don't want him to swing the bat and put on a show like when he can. What, I mean, it's just a lot of people have already said this. But if you don't want a guy to swing and hit a home run on 3-0, don't let it get to 3-0.
Yep.
Don't make a good pitch, or throw a ball, walk the guy. You can intentionally walk the guy.
Yeah.
They're just gonna give you a strike.
I mean, bases loaded though.
Strike. The ball's at his head, like over the plate, but like up at his head. Should just give you a strike?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, they intentionally walked Barry Bonds with the bases loaded. I mean,
yeah, just do that then. You're so worried about somebody showing you up. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like being a baby. Like, oh, we're losing, and a guy hit a home run, and we're already down by 7 runs, or whatever the score was. I forget what the score was.
I think it was 7-0 or whatever.
We're down by 7 runs. How dare you swing the bat and hit the ball? What? How about play better? Period. Play better. If I'm getting my butt kicked on the other side, it's not because I don't deserve it. I probably deserved it.
Yeah, I mean, the Rangers are trash, so.
Yeah, how about manage better?
Yeah, I mean, outside of like maybe Lance Lynn and Mike Minor, they're nothing.
Yeah, and even Mike Minor this year.
Yeah, even Mike Minor's been terrible.
I mean, it's really just been Lance Lynn. Kyle Gibson's actually been pretty decent up until tonight.
Yeah.
Or last night.
Oh, yeah, last night. Yeah.
But, Solak's kind of hitting. Got Gallo, but it's like few and far between with that team. And sorry, just because you're upset because your team is terrible, it's not a good enough reason for you to uphold unwritten rules, which aren't written for a damn reason.
Yeah, I mean, like, talk about unwritten rules. Like, I know people mentioned this already, but last year with Mike Minor pitching, he told his infield to drop the easiest pop-up ever so he can get to 200 strikeouts on the year. So, like,
wow,
you're literally so hypocritical about, like, and then also they scored 30 runs in 2007. Like
30 runs.
Yeah, it was the highest scoring game ever, 30-0 or something.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I mean, doesn't that take away from the strikeout? What he wanted to achieve? Like he had to get it by those means.
Yeah, like
did you even get to it? I forgot.
Yeah, I think he did. Like he still did. Yeah. Like I think it was actually that at bat.
Oh, okay.
Like right after he dropped the pop up. But yeah. Just to mention some other things from yesterday too. Shane Bieber was filthy. 11 strikeouts in 6 innings, no runs, 35.9 points on DraftKings. So he was one of the picks that both me and Johnny had as far as pitchers go. So he was great.
Nice.
And Dinelson Lamet, or Dinelson and Lamet, he was pretty good too. 9 Ks over 5. Just 2 hits, 2 earned runs, so 22 points. He's another good pitcher. He was one of my picks that I mentioned. Well, Johnny did too, but so.
Yeah, I think I would have been in a lockstep with you guys. I like both those guys going into tonight too, or last night.
Going into
Those guys were, and Lamet's like, man, I don't know. Obviously, Bieber's like the best pitcher in the league this year.
He's probably got the Cy Young on lock right now.
Yeah, I think so. But Lamet's just so like he's coming up the ladder, like climbing the rankings. And I really think that, like, I don't know, he's just one of my favorite pitchers to own.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to DFS, because I don't have him on any of my like season long leagues because just where he was being drafted, I didn't really like it, and I was just getting sniped. It seemed like, but like a DFS, I just try to capitalize on it. Like every time he pitches, I gotta get some of them because he's like just so nasty. Like he's gonna strike out a bunch of guys every game.
Yeah, and he's on like the cheaper side too, 8,500. So.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what it goes up to. I gotta imagine that they're gonna catch on to this.
I think so.
But yeah, what do you say we get into today's slate?
Let's go to today's slate. We'll start off with pitchers. I like some of the top guys. As far as the top guys go, I like Aaron Nola is one I like against the Braves. Even obviously we know the Braves offense is pretty good, but Nola's been pitching very good this year. 37 strikeouts in just 26 in the third innings. Only 4 walks, 6 earned runs over 4 starts. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, just gave up 3 hits, 8 Ks, 2 walks, no runs. He faced the Braves 2 starts ago. He went 8 innings, 2 hits against, 1 earned, 10 Ks, 1 walk. So, and his pitch count's been going up every outing. He got to 102 the last start. And so let's see here. Against the Braves lineup, he's also pretty good against. Freeman, he's 10. Freeman's only 10 for 42 against him. Markakis 10 for 35. Inciarte is 7 for 35. Albies is 9 for 32. Ozuna 7 for 25. Swanson 4 for 20. So there's some of those guys have hit home runs against him. Markakis has had 2. Ozuna's had 2. But other than that, he's been pretty dominant against them. And yeah, it's 11 strikeouts against Ozuna, 8 against Inciarte, so 8 against Adam Duvall. So he can strike these guys out for sure. So he's probably the guy at the top that I like the most out of the more expensive, because I don't really like Bueller. He's been struggling this year. It's against the Rockies. It's not in Colorado, but I just haven't seen what I like out of him yet. He's 17 strikeouts, 9 walks, 11 earned over 19 innings. I thought he was going to be more of a Cy Young pitcher this year, like last year, but he's obviously not the same pitcher as last year. So maybe he'll prove me wrong this time around. Maybe he'll come around a little bit, but I don't know. Just that price tag is scaring me away. 10,200. I think I just gonna have to wait till he proves it at this point. And then you go Lester against the White Sox lineup, whose White Sox have been crazy good. So definitely stay away from that, especially Lester, who doesn't strike that many guys out. And then McCullers against the Padres lineup, who's been really good. So out of those top 5, Nola's definitely the one I like the most. So yeah, if you want to give one of your top guys.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I really like Nola. Different than years past with the Braves. Like you mentioned, how he's got pretty good numbers against them, which is always a good thing. But also to your point on that, the Braves, surprisingly, they've actually struck out quite a bit this year so far in the early goings. They're actually 3rd worst in the majors in strikeout percentage. They've crept up. The Cubs have really been terrible lately, striking out a lot. They're 1st, but the Braves are 3rd worst in strikeout percentage at 26.7%. And Nola, he's looked like a complete stud, like he normally does, but he's definitely backed it up. His ace status so far this season. So I really do like Nola. I think I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum with you with Walker Buehler, though, and it's more so to do with, I mean, I don't like his price, so I'm with you there because I don't think he's pitched well enough, obviously, this season to warrant that. But his fastball velocity is still up. It's not, I mean, it's not, it's in the 89th percentile. His spin rate for fastball, curveball spin, up. Everything looks pretty good. I mean, his underlying numbers are not that good. It's not giving up that much for hard hit percentage. He's still getting some whiffs. I just don't think he's found himself yet this season, but that's exactly why I kind of want to jump on him. And I could be wrong, and like you said, waiting for him to prove it is not really a bad strategy, but I think this is a spot where he could prove it because I'm not really afraid of the Rockies, and especially just leaving Coors. Like we saw on Monday night when they went up against Brandon Bielik. I believe it was Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they only scored one run, and that's not really a name that, you know, Bielik's been solid this year, but it's not exactly a Walker Buehler type of name. So, like spots like this, I feel like he could get under-owned because of how he's pitched this year. And he got up to 89 pitches and then 87 the outing before that. So, you know, granted, he didn't make it through the fifth inning, but and he's looked shaky.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's the spot where I kind of want to go in tournaments because I feel like his ownership could be down and people will be afraid of it. And yeah, I like making those kind of moves like that. Get it ahead of the curve instead of waiting for it to kind of, you know, waiting for him to prove it, I guess.
Yeah.
But let's see here. Another guy even though I like Nola, I really like Max Fried too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a guy that's kind of to your point about, you know, going with the guys that are hot. I mean, he's been pitching incredibly and it kind of backed up what a lot of fantasy analysts around the fantasy baseball community have thought that he was going to be this season, and that's why a lot of guys are drafting him. He's pitched incredibly this season, and he's got some wicked stuff, especially his curveball. So I don't like attacking the Phillies, and he doesn't have the greatest numbers from what I remember. Don't have the numbers in front of me against some of these Phillies. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I had numbers written down for them. So I was just going to mention too. Like, I'm actually to that point, I'm actually going to go against that and say to stack Phillies because I think he might run into a wall at this start. He's been really dominant, and he's faced the Phillies, 2 starts ago. He shut them down that time, but kind of the same point we've made a couple of times. He's facing a pitcher second time around, and they're going to face him a lot, of course, like over a full season. I mean, obviously not this year as much, but maybe they'll find something or have the scouting report, and they'll be able to maybe find some things that they can be able to hit off of more. And as you said, with their hitters, some of their hitters like Rio Muto is 5 for 14, 2 homers. Kingery's 4 for 11, 2 homers, and Harper's 3 for 10 with 2 homers. So those are some of the guys that have done damage against him. So I like that stack. And Didi Gregorius is another one in there that you can go with. He hasn't faced. I don't think he's faced him, but he's always an option. Kingery I mentioned was, he's not had the greatest year, but maybe he'll come around at some point. But yeah, I think especially with Fried when he's been so dominant, maybe the ownership would be up on him. Then you can kind of counter that with the Phillies stack. Even that's definitely a potential. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see that. I mean, like you said, that's usually something I like to look at a lot. That we we've talked about in the past about the, seeing them so closely together. Second time around, maybe they get to him. I could see that being a possibility, that this could be the outing where, he doesn't look quite as crisp, or he gets beat up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I just love the way that he's looked so far, and I mean, everything on his StatCast is red except for his fastball spin rate. I mean, on his surface page here, which, and I mean, he's getting about a K per inning. Yeah, I definitely I see your point about the stacking against him, maybe for some leverage there. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It'll be my Max Fried against your stacking Phillies.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. Maybe we should even.
What's that?
Maybe we should even have some kind of competition for that or something to see.
Yeah, you want to do like a friendly. What do you want to put on it?
I don't know. Ooh, let's make it.
I'm not all that confident in it.
Let's make it fun. Let's say, whoever wins, the other person has to change their profile picture to the opposite fan. Like, I would have to change it to the Cubs, and then you would have to change it to the Yankees for like a day or something.
Oh man! All right, I'm down.
All right. We'll do
Sorry. What do we? Yeah. What's the wager though exactly?
I don't know.
Or what's the line? What are we betting on?
That's I don't know. That's a tough thing to figure out.
Let's see. Let's calculate Max Fried's average. Okay, fantasy points per game on DraftKings, 21.7 for the season.
Yeah. So
I think he hits his average tomorrow. I'll say that.
Okay.
So if he, well, that's kind of tough. Okay, we got to have a couple things go because you're stacking Phillies, so you have to have like a solid lineup. You have to cash. How about this? You have to cash in a Phillies stack lineup with at least 3 Phillies in it, because that to me is that's got to be 3 for a stack.
Oh yeah, that
mini stack, but I mean 4 or 5 would be like an ideal stack.
Yeah.
But like at least 3. I'll go with 3 for you.
All right.
You have to cash in that lineup. Like I don't care if it's like a min cash, and I have to hit 21 points.
Okay.
So if you don't cash in your lineup, and I hit 21 points, I win. If you cash in your lineup, and I don't hit 21 points, then you win.
Yeah. What if neither happened though? Just nothing?
Then we just both suck.
Yeah. Well, what if somehow both happened?
I could see that. Yeah.
Like, it's possible.
You can cash in your stack. Now, okay, here's the thing. If it's entirely nothing to do, like your Phillies did nothing for your lineup, and then you still cashed, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count, no.
Yeah, we gotta like see the.
All right,
sure. These guys did done.
Yeah, I'll send you like screenshots as proof.
There you go. Oh yeah, screenshots or it didn't happen.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We'll do a virtual handshake.
There you go. I got a couple other pitchers of interest tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm not going down the the Tony Disco road tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm staying away from him too. Like after his last start, I'm not even touching him.
Yeah, I'm not. But I mean, I see it, I guess.
Yeah. I'm scared now of just doing that.
I don't want to do it. But I won't fault anybody that does. Just God bless you.
Yeah.
Adrian Hauser.
Yeah, that's one of mine too.
I like that at 8.4K against Pittsburgh. Only 14.9 points against them, which was his first outing of the year. But 5 innings, 1 hit ball, 1 run. It was the homer. It was a solo homer. But he's only went 68 pitches in that game.
Yeah.
He's built up now, so I like Hauser. The Pirates do not scare me.
No.
Like whatsoever.
Not at all.
Yeah, I don't think that's a terrible price. It's a little bit high, but just given the pitching on this slate, which isn't very good,
yeah,
I'd be willing to go that route against Pittsburgh. And a guy a little bit lower. Sorry, were you going to say something about Hauser?
Oh no, I was gonna say somebody else, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I know I don't even want to mention this guy, but I'm going to.
Oh.
And he's not somebody that I typically like to play, which I know a lot of people were on him last time. But Adam Plutko, unless he's cheap, I don't want any part of him.
Yeah.
And last time against Detroit, his salary was 64. It says it was 6,400. I don't know if that's right. Was it that cheap last time?
I don't know.
I remember a lot of people played him, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And he didn't have a good game. He only struck out 1 batter in 2 2/3 innings and gave up 3 earned runs. And he's not a huge strikeout pitcher. But because I think this is where people get off of him, and it's the same matchup against the Tigers, which, granted, they just hit him. I think this is kind of where you're like, maybe we can do this again because people won't want to do it now. But it's still not a terrible matchup against the Tigers.
No.
Still striking out at 29% against righties. And they still have one of the worst WOBAs, third worst WOBA against right-handed pitching at 279. So it's still an area that I like. And like, obviously we got to see what ownership's like, but if he's low owned or not as high, definitely can't be as high owned as he was last time. I don't expect that to be the case after, what he just did, putting up a negative 1.6 against them. Maybe you go back to the well there, and that's something I'm going to have to debate, but it's pretty cheap, and you can definitely work in some nice stacks with that.
Mm-hmm. One of the guys I like that's like really cheap. I actually like Chad Cole of the Pirates. He's 6,900. He's only started 2 games so far. Like he was coming out of relief before that, of course. But yeah, he has 18 strikeouts in 14 innings. And he's facing the Brewers, who have struck out at I think the second worst rate in the majors, and yeah, he put up 14.3 points last start. Was I think his only start actually. No, it started. Yeah, I said it started 2. His last start, and then 20.4 the one before that, and his pitch count's gone up. 78 that one, and then his first start was 58. So I could definitely see him striking out the Brewers lineup quite a bit. His last start was 6 Ks and just 1 walk. Did give up 2 home runs. Which, wait a minute. It says here he gave up 2 home runs, but the score. Oh wait, never mind. So, yeah, score was 1-8. I was reading it the other way, like 8-1. But yeah, it was a loss. It was a loss, 8-1. But yeah, that's a good. I think that's a solid value play if you want to roll with that and go with the value pitcher, and then try to you can pay up for more of your hitters. So.
Yeah. He's striking out quite a bit of batters too.
Yeah.
This year, so see if you can keep that rolling. That's not a bad option there at that price.
Yeah. I could probably see maybe pairing him with somebody like Nola or Fried or even Bueller.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to move on to some hitters?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. Well, I've been really liking Manny Machado. He's on fire. He hit a home run. He hit the game-winning grand slam on Wednesday or on Tuesday, and then last night I think he got a couple hits. Let me see here.
Yeah, a couple doubles.
Yeah, a couple doubles. 2 for 3. Also 2 walks. So, 18 points. So I really like him. He's been on a roll. Him and Tatis have been really pacing that lineup, the Padres lineup. So, guy that's like a good value option. Actually, I like Evan Longoria facing Robbie Ray, he's been an awful pitcher this year. I thought he was going to come out and be a better pitcher this year, but he's not been good. 2.9 home runs per 9, 8.59 ERA, 27 Ks, 20 walks, and 21 earned runs in 22 innings. And also Longoria is 6 for 12 against him with a home run. And Ray has given up a 32.7 hard hit rate, and Longoria has hit the ball pretty hard with a 48.3% hard hit rate, and he hits lefties pretty well too. 6 homers, 851 OPS last year. This year he has 1 home run so far against lefties, so he's a good value option at third. And another guy I like is Alex Verdugo. He has an 11-game hitting streak. He's also hit safely in 15 of his last 16. He's facing, John Means, who's been pretty good this year though. But Verdugo's had at least 7 points in his last 8 games, he's been pretty good at, obviously with the hitting streak. So we'll see how far he goes with that, and continues to put up some solid points. And also Means is also just the opener. He's the projected opener for Baltimore. So yeah, they'll get to the bullpen as well, and then Jorge Lopez is the projected long reliever, and so he's only appeared in 2 games so far, with 4 earned runs and 4 2/3. Hasn't walked anybody, but Baltimore doesn't have the best bullpen in the world, so I definitely could see Verdugo putting up some solid at bats against them. Another guy, Franmil Reyes, 4,600 against Detroit, and they're also going the opener route. It's Michael Fulmer, the projected opener, and Tyler Alexander, the long reliever. So Reyes has been he's been pretty hot.
And this was the exact matchup, I believe, from Sunday, where Reyes double donged, which, we talked on the pod. I loved Reyes going into that. So, I obviously love the Indians again here in this spot, and Reyes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think those are my main guys that I liked. I didn't really look into as many as I usually do, but I like those are. I got the main the most expensive Machado, and then kind of middle tier and Reyes. Well, actually, Verdugo's actually more expensive than Machado, which is kind of surprising. But then the value guy with Longoria, so.
Yeah, definitely. I know you saw that the Giants called up Joey Bart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like going cheaper at catcher, especially in cash games.
Yeah.
Joey Bart, I'm expecting him to make his debut today, excuse me. Because he didn't get into the game last night, correct?
Don't believe so. I'm going to double check. Let me see. Actually, no, yeah, he did. He started.
He started?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he was 1 for 4, so he got a hit.
Okay. All right, yeah, because I didn't watch that game. So I was just looking at his stats here, but they don't have it updated yet. I don't think. Just MLB does, though, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The at bat. Yeah, well, neither here nor there. I think he's a great value, just given his talent level and being a prospect. And I mean, looking at it, he's probably getting called up maybe a little bit early, because I don't think he's played any AAA yet. But they're calling the alternate site or whatever that means.
Yeah.
It's just a clump of guys together. I think. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's all the 30 extra guys that they have.
Yeah. Basically, anybody that they think will help make an impact this year, they just want to keep their progression, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking too. He's had less than 100 plate appearances at AA.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, he's only last year, but he hit pretty well between the two, high A and AA. But I mean, yeah, he hit really well at AA in the small sample. 4 bombs, 316 average, 401 WOBA. I don't know. I like it going against Ray. The lefty is like a cheap option. Another Giants guy that's a value guy, Austin Slater, who's actually been swinging the bat really well. Outfielder, $2,800 on DraftKings. Ray's had just all kinds of troubles this year. He's not. I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I thought he was going to be better this year. We saw, how he changed his arm motion. He shortened up a lot. And we've seen that work for guys like Giolito, guys like Yu Darvish, kind of with a resurgence, shortening up his arm motion. Giolito breaking out like that. But it's just not to be. I mean, with Robbie Ray, I just don't. He's just terrible. I mean, I get it. He had, even the last game, he didn't give up a hit in 5 innings. But he had 6 walks and only 4 strikeouts. And he got hit hard. He got hit really hard. It just doesn't show in the stats as far as hit, like the hit column. But he was giving up some hard contact. And I mean, You're not always going to get that lucky. So, I like Austin Slater. He's just been swinging it. He needs more at bats. He's hitting 347, over 1100 OPS, with a 328 expected batting average. So even his regression won't be that hard. And he's walking a ton too, at 13.2%, and I think that's just way too cheap.
Yeah.
Just forgetting about the Giants. Yeah, I like the Indians, like you mentioned with Reyes. I like the Angels tomorrow, going against Mike Fiers.
Oh yeah, I like that too.
I like sometimes he's hit or miss if you stack against him, because he just has these random good outings. But I mean, they've got some thunder obviously in that lineup behind, the best player in the world, Mike Trout. But Trout specifically has just killed Mike Fiers.
Yeah.
He's hit him really well. Trying to find his stats against him. You probably have him pulled up faster than I do. Let's see. He's got at least a few home runs against him. Let's see, Trout. Yeah, 12 for 33. 5 home runs, 13 RBIs against Mike Fiers in 39 plate appearances. And then Pujols has hit 3 bombs off him. I mean, Rendon, BVP isn't everything, or batter versus pitcher stats, but when you have a lineup like this, and then you got the contact guys setting it up like David Fletcher, I mean, that just spells stack out to me. So I'll definitely attack Fiers here. The Dodgers, they should be very popular. They're really expensive going against Gray. Bellinger's killed Gray. Let's see. For like another solo play, Nelson Cruz against a lefty anytime. Just doesn't matter what lefty it is.
No.
He just smokes lefties, and he's killed Danny Duffy. Like, he just torments the guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I'm sure he's sick of seeing them. They face each other all the time.
No doubt.
But yeah, he's got, let's see, 9 for 25, 360 average against Danny Duffy, 5 homers, 10 ribbies, just like Trout against Fiers.
Yeah.
And yeah, so a twin stack would be solid. Yeah, there's some other BVP plays like Lindor versus Fulmer and etc. But I mean, you can just stack up the entire game there, or the entire, like that core of Indians. We usually go Lindor, Ramirez, Reyes. Those guys are the main guys. Santana, Hernandez, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the main guys I'll be looking at. Charlie Blackmon has really done well against Buehler if you want like an off-the-radar play, because I don't think people want to. They might not be playing as much Buehler because the way that he's started the season, but I don't think they'll be using that many hitters against him. And Blackmon's 13 for 33 against him with 2 bombs and a 394 average lifetime. So I don't mind that. I like the Rangers against Nick Margevicius. I think that's how you say his name. I know the Rangers are not that good, but against lefties are a little bit better. Well, they have the potential to be better with like guys like Solak and stuff like that. So I don't mind it. They still haven't been good against lefties, but I don't know. I don't mind guys like Nick Solak. And I don't. It's more of picking on Marjavicius because I don't think he's very good.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I don't have like a solo play from that. I guess Solak would be kind of the solo play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are my guys for today.
Wow, you didn't say what did tomorrow? I guess yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? I got it for once.
Yeah. I guess you want to just do a home run call now.
Yeah, be good.
I'm gonna go with Harper against Fried since he's already had 2 bombs against him.
Oh boy, we put money on. We put money on this one too.
No.
All right. Well, we didn't actually put money on the first one.
Oh.
But hey, my profile picture is money. All right. Home run call. Man, this is tough because I didn't really. I don't know. Let's see. It's between Trout and Nelson Cruz. I'll go with Nelson Cruz versus Danny Duffy.
All right.
I think. Yeah. No, you know what? Yeah, that's where I'm going. Let's go Nelson Cruz. He's gonna pop one out. I know it's not an off the radar pick, but yeah. Usually I like to go a little off the radar.
Yeah. I didn't really go off the radar either with Harper, so I mean.
Hey, sometimes you just play the obvious plays, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I had Devers as just my home run call yesterday, and he didn't do so well.
Yeah.
Well, he did get a hit, but it wasn't a home run.
Just never know.
Yeah. Go win some money, people.
What a great way to end the podcast.
But yeah, it's hopefully you've been doing some good lineups here. Either winning money because you listened to us, or won it in spite of us because we had bad picks. Decided to go against us, so and then won. I mean, either way, I'm happy for you. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you win. You win.
Yeah, exactly. Get
Long
some
as-
entertainment and win.
Yeah. But keep on playing and keep on listening. And you could never have too much pot tar. We'll be back again, or DFS, as I always say. But we'll be back again tomorrow with another DFS pod. So yeah, peace out. Play Mike Trout.